Welcome everyone. Saturday morning yoga with David. You can practice with a mat lengthwise. Just want to use the floor, carpeting. It's one of the beautiful things about yoga is you really have everything you need. And today we're going to start on our backs, laying in Shavasana. So tomorrow is the summer solstice. And that represents the furthest point north that the sun travels in the year. And in honor of that summer solstice, we're going to do a mandala, full circle, honoring that full orbit the earth has taken around the sun. And like that travel around the sun, this routine will end where it begins, but it won't really be the same spot, same place. So settle in, orient yourself with how you feel mentally, physically, emotionally. Feel the temperature of your body, the temperature of the room, your space, gravity pulling you down. In yoga, you breathe in and out your nose with your lips sealed and your teeth separated. Yoga breathing in Sanskrit is pranayama. As you deepen your breath and make it more intentional, it's an ujjayi pranayama, an energizing breath. You should be able to feel your whole diaphragm expand with an inhale, contract with an exhale. The philosophy is you energize with ujjayi pranayama, and you lock in the energy with bandhas. So as you breathe deeply and rhythmically in and out your nose, engage your abdominal muscles. That's Uddiyana Bandha. Pull up your pelvic floor. It's Mula Bandha. Even laying here, you can feel those bandhas give you more integrity in the pose. Concentrating on breathing deeply and rhythmically. Draw your right knee in towards your chest and hold with your hands. You can bend the left knee and plant the left foot if it feels good. Or you can leave the left leg long. Release, either planting the right foot, extending the right leg long. Draw the left knee in and hold. Continue to breathe smoothly and deeply as you can in and out your nose. Begin to alternate side to side. Draw one knee in, and then the other. Begin to synchronize with your breathing. Inhale in, exhale, release. Inhale, draw on the other side. This movement, synchronized with breath, it's a style of yoga called vinyasa. We all breathe at a different pace. This synchronizing movement with your breath is the right pace for your body. It's important to know what your natural rhythm might be, knowing that this is the most beneficial pace for you. And as you draw in, you feel this point of resistance on each side. That's the edge. It's different for everybody. It's the most beneficial place for you to operate. It's the beautiful thing about vinyasa. As you find that edge, you move out of it, move back in. Maybe you find a little more depth. One more to each side. Then draw both knees into your chest and hold. As you release, plant your feet and then bring them out wide, almost uncomfortably wide, about as wide as your mat. Let your legs gently fall to the right, so that right leg's heavy on the floor. Left knee heads towards the right foot. You can have your arms wide if you'd like. Let gravity take over. Concentrate, keeping your breathing smooth and rhythmic. Having your feet wide. It's a little different angle. Having your feet closer together. Different angle for the hips, the lower back. Bring your knees up, windshield wiper them over to the other side. Left leg flat on the ground. Right knee heads towards the left foot. Let gravity take over. Feel that point of resistance. Breathe into it. Using your breath to get that point to soften. Begin to windshield wiper your legs back and forth. So you inhale as they come up, exhale. Just go to the right side. Inhale up. Exhale, go to the left side. Synchronize with the pace of your breathing. Feel the extent of your range, that point of resistance, the edge. Each side, you move into it. Move out, go to the other side. Appreciating moving at the most beneficial pace for your body. The range of motion that benefits you the greatest. Lateral movement is important for the body and the brain. Typical day, we don't move laterally. One more at each side. From here, draw your knees into your chest. This time, have your head come up towards your knees. And rock and roll forward and back on your mat. You can lift your feet if you'd like. Next time you roll up, plant your feet, your hands gently behind you. Bring your feet out wide. like we did before. Then fall to the left. The left leg's flat. Right knee heads towards that left foot. Just a little different angle sitting up. Then a windshield wiper over to the other side. The right leg's heavy on the ground. Left knee heads towards that right foot. Find that vinyasa movement sitting up. So just inhale the knees up, exhale to one side, inhale up, exhale to the other side. One movement, one breath. Pace of your breathing through your range of motion. Yoga is a very personalized practice. You'll see pictures of yoga poses, but really there is no perfect pose. There's only the right pose for you. That right pose is where you feel that resistance, that edge. It's the most beneficial place for you to operate. We tend to be competitive and want to push through. It takes concentration. Find that edge. Use it for the greatest gain, your greatest gain. Next time your legs are over to the left, keep that left leg down. This right knee comes inside the left foot. Keep turning all the way to the left. Forearms down. Maybe forehead finds the ground. As you work your way up, plant this left hand, extend the right leg, and push the hips high as you reach with this right hand. Find a straight line, right from those right fingers up your right toes. And let the hips come down. I'll turn to the other side of the mat. Your feet out wide, and that windshield wiper movement again. Next time, this right leg, you're over to the right side. Keep that right leg down. Bring this left knee right inside the right foot. Keep turning to the right. Hands, maybe forearms, maybe your forehead comes all the way down to the mat. As you work your way up, plant this right hand. Push the hips high as you reach with the left hand. You can extend this left leg out. Pursue being straight. Left fingers right out your left toes. Keep turning till you're in a full plank on your mat. Hands under shoulders, feet hip distance apart. You can have your hands under your shoulders. You can be on your elbows. Can be on your knees. Just flatten your feet. Be sure you're straight from the top of your head right to your knees. Plank's deemed one of the most beneficial exercises for the human body. We're going to hold it for 1 minute. The good news is we've already been here 30 seconds. Concentrate on Ujjayi Pranayama as smoothly and deeply in and out your nose as you possibly can. That's your energy. Engage the core. Sure those abs, glute muscles, all turned on. From here, this is the perfect spacing for downward facing dog. Push your hips high. You can pedal your heels if you'd like. Chest drops between the shoulders. Then simply step to the top of the mat in a forward fold. Round up one vertebrae at a time. You can sweep arms high, hands through heart center. Appreciation for all that mat work. We're going to do Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. In honor of Mandala, we're going to go end to end across the mat. Begins by inhaling hands high and then exhaling into a forward fold. Inhale, looking forward with a flat back and a half lift. And then as you exhale, plant your hands. Step left foot back, followed by right with hips high and downward facing dog. Inhale to that full plank. I'll give you a modification. You can drop to your knees, flatten your feet, bring your gaze up, a sway in your back with your tailbone tipped up. Then you tuck your toes and push to downward facing dog. Otherwise, traditionally, we come through that full plank. Bend the elbows, hovering over the mat in Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip your feet flat. Straighten your arms as you shine your heart. In Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, push your hips high, downward facing dog. We'll continue from here. Inhale, left leg high, and a single leg down dog. Gently step that left foot forward to a low lunge. That you twist by inhaling, the left hand high, gaze follows. As you exhale, step that right foot forward next to your left foot in a forward fold. Keep your hips low as you inhale your hands high in Utkatasana, chair. And exhale to Tadasana, mountain pose. Step your left foot across your mat, reaching high in a 5-pointed star, and immediately exhale into a forward fold at the end of your mat. We continue as you inhale with a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands and step right foot back, followed by left foot with hips high. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or down on your knees. Inhale. Bring your gaze forward. Exhale. We all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high in the air and a single leg down dog. Gently step that right foot forward into a low lunge. Twist by inhaling, the right hand high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Hands reach high as you sit low in chair. Utkatasana. Exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. As you inhale into a 5-pointed star, stepping the right foot across. Exhale, forward fold at the other end of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step left foot, followed by right foot, hips high. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Continue to synchronize with your breathing. Pursue one movement, one breath. Yoga is a strange fitness class that we all don't necessarily move in unison. Don't necessarily synchronize with the instructor. You want to concentrate on moving at the pace of your breathing, your Ujjayi pranayama. It's said that a good breath you hear, a great breath everybody else hears. Make it audible, give it some texture. In and out your nose. One more complete flow to each side of the mat, chin to the mat. We explore the core. Sure those bandhas are locked. The more you practice moving with your core engaged, the more natural it becomes. The essence of yoga, moving at the pace of your breathing, finding your range of motion, finding the edge, and finding the greatest gain there. It's important. All right. On the top of your mat, feet are hip distance apart. Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, step your left foot back, the heel drops, a bend in the right knee. Hips and shoulders are square to the front. It's said that you grow the roots, then the branches. Inhale, hands high. Your gaze is lifted. It can be like you're holding an energy ball over your head. Virabhadrasana Ekam, Warrior One. You're a warrior. Feel intensity in this pose. Like any good warrior, will show some humility. Put your hands behind you, clasp them if you'd like, or you can use that right leg for support. And on an exhale, drop your head right inside your right knee. Humble warrior, a deceivingly difficult to pose. Let your head hang. There's actually another bandha. If you tuck your chin, look back at your belly button, that's Jalandhara. If you have Jalandhara, Mula, Uddiyana, all engaged, it's called the Mahabandha. The mother bond, as much integrity in this pose as you can have. As you inhale, you can release your grip if you'd like, or you can keep it. Gently straighten the right leg. Hips and shoulders square to the top of the mat. Gently exhale, hang your head. Pyramid. Feel that resistance in the right leg. Just breathe into it. Rise, release your grip if you've got it. In honor of mandala, turn all the way through the back of your mat till you're facing the other end. Have a bend in the left knee, right heel is down. Inhale, arms up, gaze is lifted to the sky. Feels good to be a warrior. Feel intensity in the pose. Show some humility. Clasp our hands. Drop your head right inside the left knee. Hang your head. Let gravity take over. If you want to go further, you can tuck your chin. You should easily hear your breathing in and out your nose, that deep Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale as you rise. You can keep the grip if you'd like. Gently straighten your left leg. And exhale as you hang your head. Let gravity take over. Hear your deep breathing. Inhale as you rise. Rotate through the back of your mat again. Step to the top. All right. From here, step your right foot long down your mat. Open your hips as far as you can while still having a bend in this left knee. Right toes pointed forward. Inhale, arms to opposite walls. You have a gaze over your left hand. It's referred to as a drishti. I think of it as the intimidating stare of the warrior, like you're backing down an opponent. Release your arms. Gently straighten the left leg. Inhale, arms to a strong T. Exhale, as the left hand targets the left foot. It might get there, it might not. Inhale as you reach your right hand for the sky. Your gaze is lifted. Be expansive. Feel the dynamic tension of reaching in both directions. This is Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Feel that point of resistance. It's almost like you're resting on it, like it's holding you in place. As you breathe as deeply and smoothly as you can in and out your nose. Pull in the belly button. Pull up the pelvic floor. You feel those bandhas help you get stability in the pose. Inhale and give your arms a rest. Rotate your feet. So your right toes are pointed out the top of the mat. Open the hips wide. As wide as you can while still having a bend in this right knee. Inhale, arms to opposite walls. You find that drishti over your right hand. Clench your leg muscles. You feel how integrated they are with the core. Bandhas locked. Give your arms a little break. Gently straighten the right leg. Inhale, arms to a strong T. Exhale, the right hand targets the right foot. Inhale, left hand reaches for the sky. Gaze is lifted past your left hand. Pull your belly button in even tighter. Inhale, arms back to that strong T. Exhale as you step to the top of the mat. All right. From here, step your right foot back. Keep the heel lifted. Put a bend in the left knee. Inhale, hands high, like you're holding an energy ball over your head. If you fall out of the pose, get right back in. Crescent warrior. Breathe smoothly and deeply in and out your nose. You revolve this pose by exhaling your right hand down to the mat. Even with the instep of that left foot. And then inhale. Left hand high. As you rise, rotate all the way through the back of your mat to the other end of your mat. Put a bend in the right knee, left heel lifted. Inhale, arms high. Work for it. Concentrate on breathing smoothly in and out your nose. Your core is fully engaged as possible. Evolve this pose. You can use the right leg. And the left hand down to the mat. Inhale, right hand high. Gaze is lifted to the sky. Step your left foot forward into a forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high, hands through heart center. Lovely. All right. We're going to go through a balancing sequence in honor of mandala. It's a little circular. Can be a little frustrating. If you fall out at any point, just get right back in. It's all kind of part of this mandala practice, the mandala philosophy. I'll turn a little bit here. Have your feet about hip distance apart. Put a bend in your knees. Bring this right leg up and over your left. And you target this right foot to wrap behind your left ankle. Some people can get there. Otherwise, you're going to let it float or kickstand. Inhale your arms wide to a strong T. And bring your right arm under left. So left over right. Wrap your arms. Palms together. Elevate your elbows as you sit low. Eagle pose, Garandasana. As you unwrap everything, lift your right leg to the right side, arms to wide open to a T. A shooting star, if you will. There's another warrior, Virabhadrasana tray, warrior 3. Extend your right leg straight behind you as you counterbalance with 2 arms reaching out over your head. Hips are floating over the mat. Open your arms wide again as you lift your right leg to the side in that shooting star. You'll finish in a variation of a single leg chair by bringing hands to heart center, crossing your right ankle over your left knee. Sitting low, maybe your right elbow finds your right knee. Maybe your left elbow finds your right ankle, forming a temple for temple pose. Then simply step to mountain pose. Do all of that on the other side. Put a bend in the knees. Left leg over right. The left foot is targeting behind the right ankle. Hips are square to the front. Inhale your arms wide. Bring right arm under left, left over right. Wrap. Palms together, elbows are lifted. Just sit low. All right, it's showtime. Unwrap everything. Arms to a strong T. Lift the left leg to the side. Extend the left leg straight back as you counterbalance. Both arms over your head. Straight from the top of your fingers right out this left heel. Inhale, arms wide. Find that shooting star again with the left leg lifted to the left side. Bring hands to heart center. Cross left ankle over right knee, sitting low. Variation of one-legged chair. Maybe your left elbow finds your left knee. Maybe your right elbow finds your left ankle. And on an exhale, step in a mountain pose. Beautiful. All right. Come on down to your mat. And as you lay back, lift your right leg high, grabbing behind the calf, bringing your head up, floating the left foot over the mat. Both legs are straight. You're pulling yourself up as close to the lifted right leg as you possibly can. Switch, scissor your legs, grab behind the left calf, hold. Keep bringing yourself up close. The pace at which you switch, it's kind of personal preference. Scissor the legs and hold, getting a little deeper, longer stretch. You can turn it into a vinyasa flow, one movement, one breath. Just inhale as you pull yourself up. Exhale as you switch. No matter what your pace is, continue to pull yourself as close as you can to the lifted leg. Do one more on each side. Pull your knees into your chest and let your head gently rest on the mat. As you release your knees bent, plant your feet about hip distance apart. Flatten your shoulders. Your hands come towards your feet. Some people can touch their heels. Some people can actually grab their ankles. Once you're set, push your hips high in a bridge. Engage the glute muscles at Mula Bandha. Engage your leg muscles even tighter and your hips go higher. The discs between your vertebrae are realigning themselves right now. Appreciate the benefit you're giving your spine. Very gently exhale, let your hips come down. Gently draw your knees towards your chest. And as promised, we finish where we began. Extend your legs long, arms gently at your side in Shavasana. Completing the full circle. Shavasana is an asana, it's a pose. Let your breathing return to normal. Let your body breathe on its own. Let gravity take over and pull you down into the earth. Any thoughts that your mind sends you, you let them go. By bringing your focus to your body breathing autonomically. Let it. At first it'll feel like you're manipulating your breath, but just concentrate on it. Your body knows what to do. It breathes 24 hours a day. And just be. You can obviously stay here as long as you'd like. You're in a safe, private space. You can use this as a deeper meditative practice. Otherwise, you can draw your knees in towards your chest and roll through the right side of a fetal position. Keep your heart on the left side lifted. You can meet me in a seated posture. Mandala, the full circle, representing the circle of life. The orbit of our planet around the sun, reaching the summer solstice tomorrow. It's tradition for yogis to do 108 sun salutations, which I will do and be happy with until I get to about 50 or 60 and wonder why I'm doing it. But it's a great tribute to the yoga practice, the yoga tradition. You've given yourself a gift. And coming full circle, you've reset your mind, your body, your spirit. And you're more content, you're happier than when you began. You get to enjoy that the rest of the day. Bring your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you, my friends. Namaste. Once again, my name's David. It's been my honor leading you through this practice. I hope to see you next Saturday. Thanks.